Hi, my name is Olubanke. Today we're going to be talking about parenting through exhaustion. Sit down, relax, grab your bowl of popcorn. Let's do this together. I think one of the things that most parents ignore is what we call burnout in parenting. We think a strong parent is that who can push through their burnout and don't refresh or refuel. So everybody thinks that strong parent, that good parent is the one that can wear themselves out because they are raising their child. So today we're going to be talking about these things, or what causes it, how it can be reduced, how you can be helped, and some red flags you need to look for, and the dangers of ignoring exhaustion in parenting. Yeah, I know you want to give your little one a very good life. You want to give your child the best. You don't want them to suffer at all. You want them to have the best of life. You want them to have everything anyone can ever dream about. So you work yourself up so much or out so much that you want to give them anything and anything they desire. And it's good that you want them to have the best life. It's good that you want them to have everything, but there is something that can make your journey more difficult, and that's when you don't realize that you need to take a break. You need to calm down. So there are things we're going to be discussing today. I'm sure it's going to be beneficial to so many parents online. Okay, let's do this together. Like I said, it's something that most parents usually ignore, and we don't pay attention to it, most especially because we've been taught that what makes the best parent is the ability to stress yourself out and stretch yourself beyond limit. As much as these are good qualities for parents, there are things that you should pay attention to, that if you ignore them, they could lead to something more bigger and that can destroy all the effort you've put into your parenting journey. And that's why I want us to calm down and enjoy this. Let's go on this ride together today. Okay, let's talk about exhaustion. I'm sure everybody knows what exhaustion means. You're worn out, you're tired, and sometimes you can't describe what makes you tired. You're like, you woke up this morning and you just woke up tired. Sometimes you just don't have the strength to do anything, and sometimes it might not even be physical tiredness. It might be mental, it might be emotional. You might just be somebody that needs some sort of aspire to perspire, to respire, to conspire, to move on with your day. You might need some motivation. So that's what I can quickly just wrap exhaustion around. I'm sure we know the dictionary meaning of it. Exhaustion is a lot, especially for a parent. Okay. And why we're talking about parenting through exhaustion is because most parents ignore this. You think that you're strong, you think that you've got the power to do it. That's why you keep pushing yourself beyond the limit. And that's why we need to talk about this today. Okay? What can cause this exhaustion? Some of us are sleep deprived. You're doing a lot of things during the day, and when you should be sleeping in the night, your mind is going over what you've done all through the day, then trying to plan for the next day. Then you remember something that you missed. And you're like, I need to catch up with these things. There are so many things you are doing all together. So many parents are doing so many things together. You know, they just want to get things sorted. If you are a parent like me, I believe that I've got the skill to multitask, and I do it a lot. And I know my husband tells me this all the time. Like, I'm doing many things at the same time. I'm doing loads of things at the same time. I'm doing a million things at the same time. Like, I feel like I should divide myself into parts to do these things. If you are that parent like me that like to get things sorted, and you don't know when you overstretch yourself and you overwork yourself, and it looks as if you're not there anymore. You feel like you're not there anymore. You are losing yourself gradually because you are super busy. You are in a career, you are a mom, you're a wife, you have some side gigs you're doing, and you want to perfect all of these things. In a way, sometimes you just overwork yourself and you don't even know how to go about some other things in your life. And that's why I want us to talk about this today. Okay, like I said, some of us are sleep deprived. Some parents have not had more than 2-3 hours sleep in per day in 24 hours in a very long time. I think one of the gifts you can give to yourself is, as a parent, is a good sleep. Sleep is healing. Sleep helps you. It helps your thinking. It helps the way you make decisions. It helps you in so many ways. Most parents are sleep deprived because they want to give the best life to their children. You are doing a lot, and we appreciate the fact that you're working to make your children have a good life. But one thing you need to tell yourself is that you need to be alive for these children. So you need enough sleep. For an average adult, you need enough sleep to keep moving, to be fresh, to let your organs, your body refresh itself and heal. You need sleep, which is very, and most parents forget to sleep most of the time. We forget that sleep is a very crucial part of life. And another thing is there's so much mental load for many of us. You have financial obligations to meet. You have planning. You have to plan. I don't know if anybody finds this challenging as well. Planning the meal for the family. Oh my God. Planning the meal for the family for me is like PhD, because I'm like, okay, they ate jollof rice and plantain yesterday for dinner. What are we going to have today? What can we have? I get really worked out or worked up trying to plan a meal for my family. And I'm sure there are so many other parents like that even planning a meal for your family is a lot of work for you, and it makes you overwork yourself. And at the end of the day, you sit down and say, I've not really done much today physically. It's not like I've lifted anything or I've done any physical activities, but I'm just tired. You are mentally drained, and sleep alone does not help you out of mental drain. You need a lot of help. Most of us, we are exhausted. We are doing much more than we should do as parents, and we need to really work on ourselves. There is so much exhaustion that is now affecting you, affect the way you relate with your spouse, affect the way you relate with your children, affect the way you relate with anyone around you, and you need to pay attention to these things. Another thing that causes exhaustion in parenting is emotional strain. Some of us are warriors. My God, I know some women that can worry. I kind of worry as well. And I think this is general for any mom or dad that loves their children. Some of us worry about our children's health. You worry about their school. You worry about their behavior. You worry about the kind of friends they are keeping. There's so much to worry about. And one of the things you can do to yourself is to try as much as possible to eliminate worry. And like I said, sometimes you've not done any physical activities all through the day, but you are just exhausted, you're worn out because you have put so much emotional burden on yourself. Fear of the unknown. Many parents fear a lot. Okay, let's talk about fear. One of the things that I've emphasized a lot on this year, on this program, is that we are not going to be doing our parenting on fear. There is so much fear flying around. There's bad news everywhere that if you're not careful, it starts controlling the way you see your world around you. The fear of the unknown is one thing that causes exhaustion in parenting. You're like, what's going to become of them? What's going to happen? How are things going to go? What are we going to do? You need to calm down. I know that God has got your back. Another thing that causes exhaustion in parenting is too much multitasking. Oh my God. Some of us can do so many things at the same time. Yes, it's a good skill, but we need to be careful. We just wear ourselves out doing those things that are not necessary. It's comparison. Yeah, there's so much competition. There's so much competition everywhere. People just compete with each other. You're trying to impress somebody that is not seeing you. They're not even seeing you. You're giving yourself so much stress. And at the end of the day, you're just waking up. You're like, I'm just tired today. I'm just tired. And you're wondering, why am I tired? You can't even pinpoint what's causing your tiredness. My dear, you have exhausted yourself with worry, with comparison, with fear of the unknown, with putting too much in the pot, too much spice. You're just mixing a lot of things up. So lack of support or community. A lot of us wants to be a loner. I don't like mixing with people. I don't like talking to people. I like to live my life. I like to be on my own. Yes, you've got a very good quality that some of us really wish we have. But one of the things that you need to know is that you cannot be alone in the world. You need people around you. You need good people around you. I will emphasize on good people. You need good people to help you through this parenting journey. You cannot do it alone. You cannot. It's impossible to do these things alone, and that's why you need a community. You need some help. And another thing is that personal struggles. Some of us parents have got health challenges, we've got financial challenges, we've got relationship issues, and all of these things causes exhaustion. That's why I said sometimes you're like, I've not done any physical work today, but I'm just worn out, I'm just tired. And sometimes you're like, I hope it's not that I'm sick or something. It's not like you are sick physically, it's just that mentally you are drained, you're exhausted as a parent, and you need some sort of help. And that's why we are having this discussion today. Not realizing each child is unique and just parenting all child the same way. Because you want to treat all of your children the same way, you get exhausted, you get tired, you don't know what to do. And that's why you need to sit down and make proper plans about each child you have. All of them need their own form and style of parenting. Another thing is environmental factor. Environmental factor is a very massive one that causes exhaustion in parenting. There's so much happening in our environment. There's so much negativity. There's so much pressure. And if you're not careful, all of these things will just, it's a negative, it's an outward negative thing that can affect your most personal things. And that's why most of the time, maybe I got upset from work and I'm coming home, I will make sure I pour it all out before getting into the house. Because if I carry the same energy into the house, oh my God, it's going to be really... So I try to just keep things in check. I don't want to bring bad energy into the house for the kids. I don't want bad perspective of me. So there was a time my son would say something like, Mommy, every time you're coming into the house, you're always screaming and shouting at something. So I'm coming into the house, I'm seeing somebody's book where it's not supposed to be, and I'm like, who put that book there? And they're saying, Mommy, welcome. And I'm not even listening because of what has been on me from outside that I've brought into the home. So I've learned to kind of pour it all out there and know that this is my family. You cannot use the external forces that doesn't really matter to me cannot affect the way I'm raising the next generation. I cannot let the most unimportant things ruin the most important things for me. And I think that's what most parents should adopt. It's very important. Imagine your sister got you angry and you got home to your own children and you are being mean towards them because your sister got them angry, got you angry. And that's what most parents does. We just transfer aggression. Poor time management. Oh my God, we waste a lot of time as parents. We waste a lot of time. I've been trying to master this time management thing, that when I'm sitting down and not doing anything, I feel like I'm wasting time. Sometimes I have to psych myself and say, Banker, you need this time to rest. It is a time to rest. You need to calm down and rest. I do that for myself a lot. Calm down. Yes, it's okay. Today, you have 3 hours doing nothing. Lie down on your bed, watch TV and rest. It's important that we know that poor time management will make our parenting really stressful. And God has given us everything we need to succeed. He has given us all that pertains to life and godliness. He has given us everything we require as parents to make this thing work. If it's not working, it's not God's fault. It's because we've not dug deep into the treasure He has made available for us. And that's why we have talks like this. We have parenting seminars. Actually, we're going to be having a parenting seminar in Sunderland. It's coming up in July, on the 19th of July. And it's going to be interesting. So if you're around the Northeast, please come and join us. If you need more information, just drop a comment. I'll send you the full information for the program. So that's why we have things like parenting seminars and people come together, because you can't say, I know that some of the time we feel like we've got so much experience, we don't need teaching, we don't need learning. One of the things that I tell parents in the 21st century is that you need to be a learner. You need to read. You need to research, you need to read. You can't just sit there and say you don't have time. This is your life. This is one of the most important things to you, raising your children in a good way. You want to sit down tomorrow and relax and know that your mind is at rest. You've done what you should do. Even if it looks as if anything is going wrong, you know that, well, I can't fix that. Prayer will fix that. You know, you don't just sit down and assume things will be or what will be. What will be will not be. You make things to be. Success is planned. And that's why you need to pay attention to the way you're doing things. You can't just sit there and assume things will automatically happen. Nothing will automatic. There's no magic anywhere. Success is planned. You need to plan the way you run things as a parent. Okay? So we've spoken about what causes exhaustion in parenting. It said that it could be physical, it could be mental, it could be emotional. There's so many things that cause it. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, drop a comment for us. God bless you and see you next time. Bye.